Okay, this is our first ever Edmodo flipped instruction grammar lesson number 12, chapter 13, potential verbs. Please make sure you use your Cornell notes and take good Cornell notes. I will be checking to see if you have completed the let's take a look sections, etc. So please make sure you take good notes. Okay, so far we've known all the following conjugation systems. We have mas, masen, mashita, masen deshita, te. Form, present affirmative short form, present negative short form, past affirmative, excuse me. Now, past form, past negative. And I just went ahead and jotted down some of the main rules. If you need to stop at any point to jot these down, please feel free to do so. There's also a wonderful chart on the back of the textbook that you can use as well. Now, potential verbs. Now, potential verbs are used to say that someone can or has the ability to do something, or that something is possible. For example, I can go to the park. 私は公園に行ける. Now, we actually already had a few verbs that already were in the potential verb form. We just didn't notice it. So here are the rules for conjugating. As always, we're going to start with the root verbs. The root verbs, you just need to drop the final root and add rareru to stare. Japanese who just did this one, we thought it was very funny watching them do this one, but it is jiro jiro miru. Jiro jiro miru becomes jiro jiro mirareru. Now, there's actually a shorter alternative of rareru. You just need to drop the ra in rareru, and that is the short form. So, mireru will be the final product. Now, this actually came up because Japanese people began to get lazier, so we shortened it up. Okay, now let's take a look. Now, to the side is kimeru. Kimeru becomes kimerareru, and I apologize for the revealing everything. But here everything is kimerareru. Now, to remember is oboeru. Oboeru becomes oboerareru, and this in turn becomes oboereru. Once again, you just drop the ra to make it shorter. Okay, potential verb conjugation rules for u verbs. Now, the u verbs, you drop the final u sound and add eru. Now, since these are already short to begin with, there is no alternative, so you don't get a shorter version of this one, unfortunately. So, to walk is aruku. Aruku becomes arukeru. Okay, so let's try some of these. I'll give you guys a few moments to complete this one. Please pause if you ever need to stop the video by moving too fast, because I would really like everyone to try doing this without waiting for me to review. Okay, so the first one is to own a pet. This one is kau. Kau becomes ka, and then the stem is ke. Okay, so it's kaeru. To lose is nakusu. Nakusu. The stem is an S sound, so it becomes nakuseru. To stay at a hotel is tomaru. Tomaru, the R stays, so it becomes tomareru. Okay, let's continue. For irregular verbs, irregulars to come is kuru becomes korareru. To do is suru, and suru becomes dekiru. Now this is weird because all you need to know is suru becomes dekiru. It just completely switches. So we already know the word dekiru. Dekimasu ka, dekimasu. We already knew this one. Now, there is a shorter alternative of rareru for these as well. Yes, we don't have it for to do because it's dekiru is the potential verb form of suru. But for kuru, korareru, it becomes koreru. Okay, so let's use these in a sentence. When using these in a sentence, these verbs can be conjugated as root verbs when used. So it follows the following convention. 出ます、出ません、出ました、出ませんでした、出て、出る、出ない、出た、出なかった。Okay, so the verbs that take a direct object. Now these are just rules when you're using particles related to these. When a verb takes a direct object, usually you would use a particle. Now the particle can be replaced with ga in these cases. So kanji o yomu, you read kanji. You have the alternative of writing it as kanji ga yomeru or kanji o yomeru. Naturally, you're going to hear more Japanese people use ga. Once again, because you want to place the emphasis that you can read kanji. And that's what the particle ga does. Now for the verb dekiru, the particle o is almost always replaced by ga, so that's where it is more common. Shukudai o suru becomes shukudai ga dekiru. Back. So now all other particles remain the same when used with potential verbs, so there are no other switches except for the particle wo. Okay, now let's try these examples. I will give you a few minutes to try this. I can study at school 5 times a week. He can't play games on the computer. I couldn't swim in the ocean. And please pause to take a few minutes to try these on your own. Okay, so let's go ahead and try with I can study at school 5 times a week. 私は学校で1週間に5回勉強できます。The verb is 勉強する becomes 勉強できる, so you just want to keep the same. 勉強できます。He can't play games on the computer. He, we're going to use kare in this case. I know kare you're used to hearing as a boyfriend, but in this case we use kare. So 彼はゲームをパソコンで遊べません. Now, since game is using the particle wo, based on what we just read about, you could, yes, replace this with ga. Now, next one is I couldn't swim in the ocean. Watashi wa, now ocean, you should know the kanji for this one, so please make sure you write it. Watashi wa umi de oyogemasen deshita. This is the verb for oyogu. I apologize for getting kanji, but you should be able to identify it if you look in a textbook as well. But this is oyogu, oyo. Okay, so let's take a look. I think the student couldn't memorize the vocabulary. Now, it is quoted speech. So let's figure out how we would do this. 学生は単語を覚えられなかったと思います。I can dance, therefore I will become famous. Okay, so take a moment, try to do this one. Please make sure you pause. I know I just revealed the first one to you very quickly. Please make sure you pause and try this one on your own. And I would like to see corrections made on each of these. So if you mess up, if you try writing these, then I would like for you to correct it with a red pen, something of a different color, so I can see that you did try to fix what you did. Okay, so I can dance, therefore I will become famous. So let's try this one. 私は踊れるので有名になります. Remember, ので was the new form of because. The last one, I couldn't speak Japanese to a teacher. I'm telling you. Okay, so we are using desu. Remember the conjugation system for making excuses? This is the one that we're using today. So this one could become 私は先生に日本語を話せなかったんです. Okay, nothing changes. We're still using the same verb endings, and you're still altering it according to how the sentence is structured. But you have the potential verb as a base now, and that is all that it is. Okay, that is the end of the PowerPoint. Please make sure you have reviewed this PowerPoint very thoroughly and finished taking Cornell notes. And I hope you come in with a lot of questions tomorrow.